Okay, hello Smen and Karuna. Hello Francie.
Mm.
Hi Siraj. Hi Christina. Welcome in. Jay, Galor, Maiko, Linda, Riley, Jamie, Yaz, Janelle, Jay, Charles, Olivia, Anushka, and Anna. Hello. Hello Arushi on YouTube. How's everyone holding up? How's everything going? How about you, Maiko? Things going well? Okay. Susan on YouTube, still in Scotland, still cold, and hoping everyone's well. Wishing a good evening. Hi, Robert and Spunkwit, Maximiliano.
Hey everyone.
Yeah. So we'll take a few more minutes for people to join. Can take that time to get settled in for ourselves. Hi there, Courtney. Courtney and whoever else is here. You're welcome. So what does it mean to get settled in and to get settled down? Well, it means that we find our intention to practice. So, hey there, Fabian. We find our intention to practice, and then with that intention, we sit down. We find a comfortable and stable position for our body. Hello, Arisha on YouTube, and Quer, Nate, Cliff joining, Cagnol, hello. So we find that intention that we want to practice, Noah on YouTube, that intention that we want to practice. And what are we practicing? Well, we're practicing our method. We're practicing our way of meditation. And we want to know very clearly, very directly, what that way of meditation is. We have to know that for ourselves. How do we meditate? How do we practice? I was talking with someone who is just came to the temple yesterday, and I was asking her, very lovely young woman, young person, asking her what is her meditation method. I first asked her if she had any experience with meditation, and she said, no, not so much. But when I asked her what her meditation method, she was very clear with the answer. And apparently she learned this in the Vipassana tradition. That means different things for different people. But she answered that the method is to, sitting down, of course, and then focusing on the breath, focusing on the sensations of the body, the sensations of the body in the present moment. And specifically those sensations of the nose, right under the nostrils, those feelings of the breath coming in and going out. So we have to know what that method is for ourselves. Simple, direct. We know about it, we have an understanding about it, and it's just to what degree do we practice it? To what degree do we sit down and start to focus on and apply our meditation method, which is our way of settling the mind, calming the mind, establishing ourselves in peace, in awareness. So we can all at this moment find our meditation position. People often ask, how I want to try out meditation, I want to get into it, but it's difficult. How do I do it? How do I go about it? What are the ways that I can practice? There's no shortcut. There's no cheat code. You have to do it. You have to practice. And what can help you do that? Finding the causes and conditions, the suitable situation to support, to encourage, to enable you to practice. So being with a community, there's a sense of inspiration, there's a sense of intimacy, there's a sense of aliveness. And all of that supports our practice, but we still have to do it. We get to do it. We are so fortunate, so lucky that this opportunity arises that is conducive to meditation. So we shouldn't waste it. So finding our meditation position, closing our eyes if it's comfortable for us to do so. We can start by taking a few deep breaths. So as we breathe in deeply, breathing in deeply through the nose, we can follow the breath as it flows down into our lungs, following the path of the breath, the physicality of it, the immediacy of the experience. Follow the breath as it flows in and flows out. The breath flowing in, flowing out. Here at the temple, we're getting our chimney cleaned tomorrow. That means no fire this evening, no warmth, no warm color, no warm smell, no warm feeling for the body. Sometimes our life is like that. There's no warmth. There's no pleasure. There's no getting to have what we want. In meditation, we learn to find that warmth not from outside, but from inside. So with each and every breath, bringing the mind more and more home to the body, establishing ourselves in the here and now, allowing the breath to find a natural rhythm. The breath flowing in and out, experiencing our own inner warmth, being with our own normal, ordinary mind. As we invite the bell, allow the sound to be none other than the voice of peace, the voice of the Buddha, the voice of laying down your burden. Just breathing and being aware, alone, together. as we practice meditation for longer periods, we're more and more likely to find ourselves sitting on an anthill, having that feeling to quit, to run away. But we're here for the purpose of being with what's happening. What's happening is exactly the reason that we're here. So if you find yourself at the failure point, just give up a little bit. Move your leg, lay down, change your posture, stand up, but don't fully give up. Do your best to stay with your method, to stay with this anchor into being with what's happening right now, not to shy away from it, not because of some machismo, not because we're super strong meditators, but because we don't need to run and hide from our suffering, from our uncomfortableness. We can practice to be with the body, to be with the mind, to be with what's happening right now. Just breathing, just being aware, continuing our practice. We don't force ourselves to meditate. There's never a time or a place to force yourself to meditate. The practice is always more like allowing, finding the proper position, the proper way of approach to allow the body and mind to settle, to simplify, to calm. We can experiment with our breathing at certain times, breathing a bit more deeply, at times the breath may become more shallow. We breathe in a way that supports us in being with what is happening right now. To simplify, to stabilize, to experience stillness in the midst of motion, to experience peace, resourcefulness, inability to transform suffering in the midst of suffering, in the midst of difficulty. We all have this ability. Now is the time when we practice it, we train it, we connect with it. And we may find that this window of curiosity opens more as we get into our meditation. It becomes more and more curious, more and more realistic to ask this question and to look into, what is this? What is this? So often we are meandering around, wandering around on the surface of our life. The desires, the aversions, the fantasy, the ignorance, the stupidity of a monkey on a rock, fumbling around, a human on a rock, fumbling around. And so this moment here to really look closely, to look deeply, what the heck is going on? and to look through our experience, to look through our heart, our real sincerity. Breathing deeply and looking so closely, so intimately at what is going on right now. What is this? Heart to heart, center to center, and energized, awake, alive. It's very precious, very rare opportunity that we have at this moment. So to look with a fresh breath at this body and mind, just breathing and being aware. In hearing sound, we just hear sound. In feeling the sensations of the body, we just feel the sensations of the body. Just breathing and noticing. Just breathing and being aware without any judgment. Finding a home and a center in this little sliver of non-judgmental awareness. Not judging, not choosing, just being aware. As we get deeper into meditation, as we try out longer periods of sitting, we need to bring an extra layer of gentleness, softness, face to face, center to center. This is no other than our life. So how we take care of our lives, how we take care of ourselves is practiced right here, right now. We can slowly start to move our body. It can move to the left, the right, the back, and the front. It can be nice to roll the body, to roll the torso. Something that's quite common to do in the Vietnamese tradition is after meditation, rubbing the hands together quite quick. Then you start to feel a heat in the hands, and then you can apply the heat to the face. And massage the face, the eyes, the head. After meditation is not a time to be in a rush. The same before meditation, not a time to be in a rush. Even if we are late, in whatever way we imagine ourselves to be late, moving slowly into our meditation practice. And when we finish meditation, we also move slowly. We move slowly out of it. So I like everyone here to remember, especially because of how we meet together, how we practice together, to remember this idea of just quitting a little bit. Don't quit all the way. if you're visiting a temple, if you're here in southern Italy, for example, and you get tired, the meditation becomes difficult. You're not just going to walk out the door and wander in rural southern Italy, right? But because we meet online in this way, it's just so easy to quit. It's so easy to, okay, I'm finished, I'll go. And it's not about my style of teaching or you being a member of this community so you should stay, but it's just not cheating yourself out of the opportunity that's here. So if you need to quit, okay, quit, but just a little bit. Lay out or stand up or start doing yoga, or just turn off your camera and sit with us and have tea while we meditate together, and still staying in that meditation way of mind, staying with the breath, staying with your meditation method. And then over time, you might find that your ability to continue gets a little bit stronger. Your resiliency to be with suffering, to be with uncomfortableness, gets a little bit stronger, and you can experiment more and more with a longer silent sit. So, what we've been doing in the morning time is, well, if you're in New York at least, in the morning time, we've been doing to take the 5 precepts at the end of our sessions in the mornings, and then in the afternoons, if you're in New York, um, to chant the Heart Sutra. So that is what we will do now. And if you would like a copy of the Heart Sutra, um, it's been posted a few times in voice text, but I will post it again so that if you would like to chant along, then you can. And we also had a few short talks the last 2 evenings, Italian evenings, New York afternoons. It's quite a way to live. Afternoon in New York and evening in Italy. So, the last 2 evenings, Italian evenings, I went through the Heart Sutra a little bit so that you can have a little bit more of an understanding of what the text is about, but a lot of it is self-explanatory. So pull up that text if you would like to chant along. And there's not so much of a rhythm, it's just kind of chant along at your own pace and try to harmonize. And there will be some sounds of the bell to go along with it as well. All right? So everyone is invited to bring their hands together. And this is like an expression of a unity, of sincerity, of coming together. Maybe a bit of gratefulness as well. Grateful for this opportunity to practice, and this opportunity to chant the Heart Sutra from the heart. Okay. Maha Prajna Paramita Heart Sutra. When the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara was coursing in the deeper Prajna Paramita, she realized that all the five skandhas are empty, thereby transcending all sufferings. O Shariputra, form is not other than emptiness. Emptiness not other than form. Form is precisely emptiness, and emptiness precisely form. So also are sensation, perception, volition, and consciousness. Shariputra, this form of the emptiness of all dharmas is non-arising, non-perishing, non-impure, non-pure, non-increasing, and non-decreasing. Therefore, in emptiness there is no form, and no sensation, perception, volition, or consciousness. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, or mind. No sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, or thought. There is no realm of the eye, all the way up to no realm of consciousness. There is no ignorance, and also no ending of ignorance. Through to no aging and death, and no ending of aging and death. There is no suffering, no cause of suffering, no cessation of suffering, and no path. There is no wisdom, and also no attainment. With nothing to attain, bodhisattvas relying on prajna paramita have no obstructions in their minds. Having no obstructions, there is no fear, and departing far from confusion and delusion, they reach ultimate nirvana. All Buddhas of the past, present, and future, relying on prajna paramita, attain supreme Buddhahood. Therefore, the prajna paramita is the great mantra of power, the great mantra of wisdom, the supreme mantra and the unequaled mantra which is able to transcend all sufferings. It is real and not false. Therefore he uttered the mantra of prajna paramita by saying, Gate, gate, para, gate, para, samgate, bodhisvaha. Okay, would anyone like to ask any question? Okay. So let's all bring our hands together, and if you would like, you are invited to unmute your microphone, and we'll all do sadhus together 3 times. So if you want to unmute your microphone, then we will all harmonize together. We say gently, so it doesn't become chaotic, but uh, if you're available to, you can unmute your microphone. And this word sadhu has the meaning of well done, excellent, wonderful, great, fantastic. And so when we chant sadhu together, we give ourselves a pat on the back and we put a pin in our skillful activity. We remember it, we recognize it, and we lift it up. Okay? All together. Sadhu. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. Hope to see you all again soon. All right. Take care. Be happy. Be peaceful.
Bye.
Goodbye. Okay, does anyone here have a question? Something to share?
You mentioned the feeling of gratitude. What, in your opinion, is the significance of this emotion in Buddhism or in general?
Well, you're recognizing the preciousness of what you're experiencing right now, that you haven't earned it, you don't deserve it, it's not yours, it's something that comes about. And it has only come about because of the actions of so many people, so many causes and effects that have allowed for this moment and these conditions to be here. So we practice gratitude to, as with almost everything in Buddhism, to reduce our sense of self, to reduce our sense of self-aggrandizement, that somehow I got myself into this position. No. So it's gratitude for all beings, it's gratitude for all the conditions that support us to be practicing, to be mindful, to be not drunk, but mindful, awake, aware at this moment. So gratitude is very, very important. And when we have gratitude, the experience that we're having right now is always kind of something to appreciate, something to value. So we have gratitude for the pain in our knee because it invites us to wake up, to be mindful, to be present to what's happening right now, not to be in a state of delusion or complicated thinking. We have gratitude for those things that upset us or disturb us because they remind us to be kind, to be patient, to be gentle, to be compassionate. So gratitude, very important for sure.
Can I ask a favor? If you
could translate, there is not the real realm of the eyes. Like, how much you identify with your eyes, the realm of the eyes. What do you think the computer is for, the screen? Why do you think there's so much technology, so much energy being put into screens and movies and TV, music videos? Why? Because we exist in the realm of the eye. If you have sight, you exist in the realm of the eye. There is no realm of the eye. It doesn't exist. Dimension, place, yeah, realm. Kingdom, you can say, but that's not quite, let's see. Realm, regno, regno, dimensione. Mm.
Loka. Loka in Sanskrit.
I don't know, loka, maybe. Could be.